like a helmet holder?
Yeah, sure, absolutely, man.
All right.
Nice world, man.
Nice helmet.
So, man,
Brian,
how's it going?
when you look across the other side, you see Son over there. I mean, what are your thoughts, and how much do you feel like that might help for you?
Thoughts?
Thoughts on him being over there, and
I gotta get there first before he get there. So he's just gonna. I think like he's gonna bring another dog out of me. It's gonna be fun to have help, one, but it's also gonna push me to to work harder and get there faster because I know he's coming. So it's great to have him on the side.
You're in a red jersey for a lot of OTAs, but how are you feeling health-wise coming into camp this year?
I feel good. I feel solid. Surgery, everything went well. Rehab's going well. So I feel solid. I felt good today. So I'll say I'm at 100%.
Brian, is there anything you focused on, particularly in the off-season or like in the time between minicamp and training camp, something you really worked on specifically?
I worked on my angles a lot and more about finishing at the top of the rush and stop going for the strip sack all the time. So that's mainly what I focused on this offseason.
Is that something you do too much?
Yeah, I think I go for the strip too much, just a little bit.
Just a little bit? You
bit.
still gotta keep trying.
Yeah, I'm still keeping my
There you go.
Looks like you added some muscle. Was that a focal point, or is that just kind of something that came along with your preparations during the offseason?
It just comes along with it. Like that's always one of the main goals during the off season is to maintain. But I wanted to gain, and I'm just gonna keep gaining. I feel like I can still fill out my body, so just keep doing that.
How much have you gained?
I'd say about 12. If I'm not mistaken, maybe 12 pounds.
Brian, Shaq talked about somebody he thought he was going to kind of bust out this year was Derrick Brown. What do you think about that and what you've seen so far from him?
I've always told Derrick Brown he can be a beast. All you got to do is lock in, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to his keys, his techniques, and I think he can really be unstoppable. That size, that speed, and that athleticism, he can do a lot of things.
Brian, something that Jack mentioned yesterday was really building on more of a brotherhood versus business partners. What has been the benefit of being back in this environment at Walford?
I would say basically because we're in the dorm, so we're always around each other. We're spending most of the day with each other from the get-go. But being back at the stadium, everybody goes home to their families and everything like that. But we're all in the dorm, so we're hanging out more, playing cards, getting to know each other, and that'll build a brotherhood and make you play harder for the guy next to you.
Have you felt any sort of the reward of that yet?
Yes, I have. Yeah. I was just playing the game with Utah last night.
What's the card game of choice?
I prefer spades.
Yeah.
Vitor sucks at spades, so I need to find me a new partner. But it was fun while it lasted.
Doing much dancing, showing them?
He can't dance. Nah,
But
he can't
I'm
dance.
me, you in particular.
Oh yeah, I'm always dancing. You know that. You see.
How many hats did you bring?
7.
And kind of tell us why you had so many. Anything specific that?
Mainly because I didn't want to pack a lot of clothes, and then just coming from the dorm to the stadium, it's not that important. So I'm just really wearing like gym shorts and jackets. But I just want to stand out with my hats. That's all.
Your gray wristband. Explain.
Oh, different breed. Oh, that's
Did you get that? And
that's just kind of a mindset. That's just kind of a mindset. I feel like I'm different from other edges, other ends. I feel like I bring something different to the table as far as I've been, my flexibility, my speed. So that's just what that stands for, is a different breed.
So Brian, speaking of other edges, it's kind of a general consensus among Panthers fans and just overall NFL media that you are a little bit underrated on Madden, on these lists, these preseason lists and things like that. What type of impact does that have on you? Does it have any impact at all as far as like are you working with a chip on your shoulder? Do you feel like you have something to prove?
I always feel like I got something to prove. There's always gonna be a chip. I mean, if you ever felt underappreciated or you feel me underrated, you always gonna have a chip on your shoulder just to prove those guys wrong. But at the end of the day, I don't care because I got my own personal goals that I want to work towards, and as long as I get that, it don't really matter what people think.
Let's get one or two
Are you
more.
willing to share some of those goals that you have going into the season?
Not at all.
Not yet? I figured I'd try.
Shaq Thompson talked about the youth on the defense and how it's kind of re-energized him heading into the season. Can you talk about that and how you guys are channeling that on the field?
Yeah, we're super young. A lot of energy, a lot of high-level guys. I feel like they really took a big jump at the end of the year last year, and I feel like we could just keep building on that, and now our leaders are stepping into their roles. But now that we have all this talent and these young guys, basically, this is a young defense. So I feel like it's a lot of energy, a lot of juice. So yeah, that's all I can say.
How much?
Let's get one more here, David.
threat on the other side last year. How much did that impact what happened with you last year, the double teams and everything, with not having a threat on the other side?
I mean, it's kind of hard because the offense is going to game plan you, slide to you, chip you, make a aggravating game. So having Hassan on the other side, having Morgan in the inside, Daquan, Derek, they got to pick their poison. Like I always say, they can't double team me, they can't double team Son, they can't chip both of us. They just got to pick their poison. That's all.
Cool. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it, guys.
Brian.
Don't forget your helmet.
Oh, the helmet holder. Thank you.